And we have a very special guest, our closing note speaker, Long Beach native, G-Funk Supreme, also known as Borey Chau. Can you please come to the stage?
Thank you so kindly. How you guys doing tonight? Come on, Long Beach, this is my hometown. How y'all doing tonight? Okay. So first off, I want to thank the Cambodian Student Society for having me here tonight as your closing keynote speaker. It's definitely a great honor and privilege to be here, to be able to share my story and my experience in hopes that I'm able to inspire and touch you guys in some sort of way. And so for tonight, my speech, I would like to revolve around some key words that I truly live by and that I would like to share with you guys. And so the first word being is determination. So growing up in the east side of Long Beach, I know for many of us, we can relate that there's so many different obstacles that we got to go through, from discrimination, prejudice, gang violence, race wars, and just the fact that living as a minority within the inner city, you felt like there's not so many outlets or resources that was there for us that can guide you in the right path or the right direction that you wish to be in. So many of us, like myself, I felt accustomed to the idea or the thought that living on welfare or living in the hood was all that you had or all that you was limited to. See, growing up, my family of 7 in a 2-bedroom apartment, growing up on welfare, my parents working some clothes in the kitchen, my older brother and sister working part-time to help feed the family, just trying to make ends meet. Not only that, us coming off the brink of a war back home, not only to find out that there's another battle here in America that we gotta face. See, I was accustomed to the idea that living in the hood, living on welfare was all that we had, nothing more, nothing less. And see, that's until I got older. And so as you get older, your mind starts to mature and it starts to develop. And just like your body, that it needs to feed more to grow, your mind also needs to grow too, but only if you let it. And so keep in mind that some things my mom always taught me, that you gotta keep a good head on your shoulders. Work hard for anything that you want in life, no matter what. Just know that anything is possible. And see, I used to work cleaning parking lots for a living, making way less than minimum wage. I worked at Subway throughout high school, and honestly, I was a knucklehead. We was getting into fights all the time, drinking with the homies, staying out late night, and then in the blink of an eye, graduated. I had to think quick, cause shit, I was broke. I didn't know what to do. And so life got really real. I had to think of a money scheme real quick, cause working at Subway and cleaning parking lots just wasn't gonna cut it. I was determined for more, and again, a key word, determination. See, determination is something that your mind allows you to control. The mind is a powerful tool. You gotta remember that. Once you start to imagine and envision yourself in the kind of position that you wish to be in life, and you put yourself in the direction that you want to be, naturally your body and your physical actions will follow. So after graduating high school, I enrolled into college, trying to find myself and figure out what it was I wanted to be in life. My true dream was to become a famous rapper, but at the time I was broke, so I had to put my rapping career on pause and really just stick to school. And see, I always messed around in high school, freestyling here and there, but rapping at the time wasn't something that was gonna make me money. I had to work at Subway part-time to pay the bills, pay for school, but all in all, I always had a plan. I knew that if rapping wasn't gonna happen for me, at least I would have my degree to fall back on, just something to solidify my background. So, another key word, always have a plan. No matter what you do, have a plan B, plan C, run out all the alphabets, all the letters in the alphabet, that have a plan. So, I always painted this idea in my head that I was gonna be somebody great, something special, that I was just gonna be somebody. The mere fact that I believed in myself, a big key word. Whatever it is you wish to do in life, whatever goals, ambitions, dreams you gotta believe in yourself. Before you make anybody next to you or anybody in life believe in you, it's you first that has to believe in yourself. There's been so many occasions where I felt like my friends, my peers, the ones closest to me, your teachers, people that you used to look up to tell you that you couldn't be nothing in life or you couldn't amount to the type of things that you wanted to do. And I was so confused at times. I was mad, like, why is it that they treating me this way, or why is it that they're not pushing me or supporting me in the things that I want to do? But all that negative energy fueled me. I wanted to prove them wrong. And I couldn't be mad at the fact that they were treating me like that, because maybe that the plan that they once envisioned for themselves did not work out. And maybe it's that they chose to do the safe route. See, what society wants you to do is create this cookie cutter life that go to school, get a good job, get an education, buy a house, that American dream, but they never tell you how hard it's gonna be. And so, I wanted to be in control of my own life. I had my own vision, my own dream. Hold on, I gotta switch my page. So after failing a lot of my calculus classes, chemistry, and a few of my upper division classes, I honestly was burnt out. See, I felt like there were so many days where I wanted to give up, and that maybe society was right, that I was only limited to living in the hood and just working and making no more than minimum wage. But that's not to knock the fact that my parents worked so hard for us, like many of our parents, to put us in this position, to put a house on my head, clothes on my back, food on the table. My mom's my true motivation. She's the backbone of my family. And I actually brought her here today. She's in the back right here, so y'all can say, what's up, moms? See, I always told her one day that I'd pay her back and that I'd always be a millionaire. And never once did she laugh at me. She always smiled and told me that she knew and that she knew I'd always be successful. And another key word is staying motivated, staying hungry. Know exactly what it is you're working hard for and do just that, stay focused. And so a lot of people know me as Borey. Some of y'all know me as G-Funk Supreme. I'm a hip-hop artist here from Long Beach, California, as well as a Cal State Long Beach alumni. See, music was always something I had a deep love for, and the fact that I was able to put my words, my feelings, my thoughts into a song and have people rocking to it, it really did something for me. It inspired me to keep going. So over my college years, I started making mixtapes, started doing videos, and putting out content. I believe truly in the laws of attraction, meaning that the type of energy you put out into the world is the kind of energy you're gonna receive. So I always knew that if I ever had a platform to use my voice as a tool to reach out to people, that I was gonna have a direct effect on somebody, and I make sure that's gonna be a positive one. See, I wanted to inspire and touch people in certain ways to motivate them and let them know that whatever you wanted to do in life, you can do just that. You can come from a certain background, come from the hood, or come from having nothing, but truly make something out of yourself and let nobody or let nothing hold you back. So during my last 2 semesters in college, I started working my debut album, Forever and a Day. And honestly, it was a major struggle. I was working part-time as an engineering intern for one of the biggest companies making parts for airplanes, studying for school, quizzes, exams, projects, so working to pay my bills, taking out student loans, and then balancing life, chilling with your friends, your significant other, at the same time, bouncing in between studios, doing shows for free, because as an upcoming artist, nobody wants to pay you. And that means you gotta spend your own money, put money in other people's pockets just to come out to rehearse or to perform. And people ask me all the time, how is it that I balance myself? How is it that I find time to do all this? And I tell them the same exact thing every time. It's truly, how bad do you want it? How many things or what kind of things are you willing to sacrifice to make your dreams come true? Is it 8 hours of sleep that you're willing to put up? Staying up until 2 or 3 in the morning? So a favorite quote that I always like to use by one of my favorite rappers, Don Kennedy, he says, "Everybody wants to eat, but nobody wants to be in the kitchen," which is a metaphor for life. Is everybody wants to be successful, but how hard are you really willing to work for that? See, I wasn't gonna let sleep get in the way of me making this album, and I also wasn't gonna let nothing stop me from graduating either. So now I'm 1 semester away from graduating, and I'm behind on class. But I worked my ass off every day, staying up late. I probably slept 4 to 5 hours every day to make sure I studied, crunching in between time. At the same time, I was in control of my album, shooting my cover, creating the music, designing clothes, setting up my website, selling things out the trunk, doing anything I can possible to make ends meet, but at the same time, get my word and get my music out there. I was going from house to house, stop to stop, shaking hands with people that wanted to buy my music. Because I genuinely was showing appreciation for those that supported me. And another key word is appreciation. Learn to appreciate the things that you already have and not think about so much the things that you don't have or the things that you want in life. I learned so much about myself during this time management, interpersonal communication, learning how to talk to people, and getting people engaged to what you're actually saying, having them listen to when you talk. And the business side of things, learn how to invest in yourself, making a product and making some sort of return on that. And that return doesn't necessarily have to be money, but it's just you learning invaluable things and experience in life. And so everything with myself was self-taught, learning how to shoot the videos, learning how to edit the videos, edit the music, and everything. I was self-taught. I always hated the idea that I had to wait for another man or another woman, you know, I know the homo me call anything, but I always hated the idea that I had to wait for another person to give me an opportunity. So why was that? I took matters into my own hands and made my own opportunity. And not to say that I made it or anything, I got so far to go, but I'm proud of where I'm at right now. I finished my album, I sold it on iTunes, on major outlets, sold 1,000 physical copies at $10 a piece, invested $2,000 of my own money while working part-time and still going to school. And at the same time, I graduated college with my degree in mechanical engineering. And it was thank you. And at the point where I was failing class, I even had the assistant dean tell me that I wasn't meant for the program, and he told me that I should consider switching school or dropping out of the program. And I really wish he was here to see me right now. I forgot his name, but I'm not gonna put him out like that. Anyway, to close out this speech, if you guys don't remember, not a thing I ever said, I just want you guys to carry the key words that I mentioned today. One is being determined. Know exactly what you want in life, know exactly the direction of your goals and your dreams, and stay determined. Two is belief. The main thing is believe in yourself. 3, appreciate the people around you, the things that you have. 4, staying motivated. And 5, which I'm gonna end with a quote that I'm sure that everybody knows, where they say, you are a product of your environment. So choose to put yourself in the kind of environment that you wish to see yourself in. If you want to be successful, start to put yourself in an environment of successful people or successful things. So when I went to college, there was not a lot of my friends that chose to pursue college. There was two of my best friends that actually came to school, and they were the ones that really motivated me and also pushed me to do things in life. And they're also here today, my boy Jan R.T. We're also Cal State Long Beach graduates. You know, we was all knuckleheads in high school. We was all, you know, doing things that we shouldn't have, but now they're 2 owners of their own personal gym. Journey to Fit on Paramount Delamo, by the way, if you guys need that. But to end this speech, stay motivated, believe in yourself, be determined, and never give up. Thank y'all. Thank you.